Hi friends, it's Deanna here today and welcome to my channel. If you are a longtime subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new around here, I'm so glad you came. I think we're gonna have so much fun sewing today. I am a sewist that sews in the back of a camper, but that is just fine because it doesn't matter what you sew, it's just getting to sew that is the fun part. Today, I'm going to finally be making this self-drafted skirt. I've been thinking about this skirt for a while. I went on a cruise for my 20th anniversary and I wanted this skirt to be a cover up for a bathing suit, and I never had time to finish it because there's something about procrastination and me that just go hand in hand. And sometimes I don't get to do everything I want to do because I procrastinate too much, but that's okay. Today we are getting it done. This is going to be a simple self-drafted skirt that you can make with any kind of fabric. Today I'm using a very light non-stretch fabric because that is the kind of fabric I want for my cover up. But if you want it to be a little bit more structure, you can use a heavier fabric. You can use a knit fabric. You really can use any fabric you want. All you need is measurements of yourself and that's it. Well, and some elastic and that's it. Let's get started. The first thing I did was to go ahead and measure myself, and there are 3 measurements you need to take. Measure your waist just to see how wide you're going to want your skirt to be, and then we're going to use that measurement for something in a little bit. Then number 2, you got to measure how tall you want the skirt to be, the length of the skirt. So I'm going to start at my waist and go all the way down to whatever length you want. I'm doing maxi, so I'm going all the way down to the ground. And then the third measurement is you want to measure, I'm going to add slits to the skirt. So if you want to add slits, you want to measure how long you want the slits to be. So I'm going to actually measure from the top of the waist to where I want my slit to start. Now, if you change your mind and you're like, what, this slit is way too big, you can always close it up a little bit or open it up more. It really isn't that big of a deal. So, but it's good to have an idea of how long you want it to be. Once you have those measurements, you're going to grab your waist measurement and I'm going to multiply it by 1.5. I want it to be 1.5 wider than my waist because I want it to gather at my waist. Now, when you have that measurement of your waist times 1.5, you want to make sure that that measurement is wider than your hips and you're going to be able to pull your skirt up and down. If your hips are wider than that, then you need to go a little bit wider than your hips because you want to make sure to be able to pull the skirt up over your hips. So if your hips are wider than that, you want the skirt to be wider. So you can do like your waist measurement times 2 until you get the width that you want it to be at your hips. You don't want it to be tight at your hips, obviously. Now that you have those measurements, we're going to go ahead and cut out our fabric. Because I'm using this woven fabric, I'm going to be using my Baby Lock Accolade with a safety stitch. What the safety stitch does is that it does a straight stitch and then it finishes the fabric at the end. And I'll show you what that is, which is super cool because that means I don't have to do 2 steps. If you do not have a serger or you don't have a serger with a safety stitch, what I would recommend for you to do is to do a straight stitch and then go ahead and do either a zigzag stitch with your sewing machine, or if you have a serger, go ahead and serge the edge of your fabric so it's not going to unravel on you. And this is if you're using a woven fabric because woven fabrics tend to fray. If you're using a knit fabric, then you can just go ahead and do it either on your serger or you can go ahead and do it on your sewing machine with a stretch stitch. I'm going to go ahead and cut my fabric and then we're going to get started. Now, the second thing to cut is my waistband, and I'm going to use the same measurement I had for the skirt, the width. I'm going to use my waist width times 1.5. Now, if you needed to go up higher than that because of your hip width, you make sure you use that measurement. So I'm going to do that. My waist times 1.5 width. And then the length is going to be, I'm going to do 6 inches. So I'm going to go down 6 inches. And actually, I'm just going to use my ruler here because my ruler is 6 inches. So it'd probably be easier if I did this with my rotary cutters, but I'm just doing my scissors. It's okay. It's okay. This is going to be my waistband. All right, so now that I cut my skirt, I was able to cut it into one full piece because my fabric was wide enough to have the whole measurement on one. So it's kind of on the fold. So now I have something that I need to figure out. Do I want 2 slits or do I want 1 slit? If I want 2 slits, I have to go ahead and open up the other side anyway because I want to have those slits at the sides. If I don't want any slits, then you could just have the one seam down the back, right? But I want to have the two slits on the side. If you only want one slit, then you can create one slit with the side that's open and then leave the other side closed already. But since I want two slits, I'm going to go ahead and cut the other side open. All right, now that I have my two sides, I'm going to go ahead and sew right sides together, those two sides closed. What I need to figure out first is where do I want those slits to start? So I'm going to measure up from the waist down to the length that I measured from my waist down to where I want my slit to start. I'm just going to do like 16 inches here. And if for some reason I try it on, I'm like, oh, that's a really high slit, I can always close up a little bit more. So I'm going to go to 16. So I'm going to sew up from the waist all the way down to that 16 with my safety stitch. Right there. Do the same on the other side. All right, so my skirt is basically prepped, and I'll show you what you have to do for the rest of it. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our waistband. And what I'm going to do with my waistband is you don't have to cut it in two because you're going to just go ahead and cut it all the way through. So it's okay if it's just one continuous thing. And we're going to sew those two ends right sides together to close off our waistband here. I'm going to sew that right there. Let's go do those two things and then we'll come back to do the slit. All right, so this is my Baby Lock Accolade and I'm going to be rethreading it to have a safety stitch. I have my manual here. I'm going to do all of it and then we're going to sew it. If you want to know how I do the threading for this machine and all the different threadings, I do have a series on that, so make sure you check it out. We're going to grab a piece of leftover fabric and just try it out. And there it is. Let's see if we need to do a close-up so you can really see it. It's my chain stitch. It's a straight stitch. And then you see the straight stitch. Sorry, this is a little piece of thread that's just hanging there. It's nothing. It's just the chain stitch there and then the finished edge at the raw edge there. So it gives you a nice clean finish. And now you can make that wide. You can make that seam allowance there to be 5/8, a half an inch, or 5/8, a half an inch, or 3/8 of an inch. It depends on how wide you want it. I made it 5/8 of an inch, which is pretty wide, but it's up to you however you want to make that to be. Here, when I get to the spot, I'm just gonna pull right out. All right, for my slits, I'm going to come over to my sewing machine and I'm going to go to where I left off, going straight on that stitch right there, my seam allowance. And I'm going to go right on where I had my, sorry, my machine changed. Go right on where that straight stitch is. So whatever your straight stitch is, that's where we're going to go. So the farthest inside stitch that you have. And I'm going to start right there and kind of back up. And then I'm going to go down straight an inch lower. And then go back and forth right there. And the reason why I do that is because when I go to make my slit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the seam allowance here. And so going that inch lower is going to allow me to be able to open it up nice and flush here. You can see that right there. You're just going to open it up. And I'm going to sew it open eventually. But now that I did that, what I need to do is I need to go back to my serger. After I finish doing the waistband, I'm going to go back and finish the raw edges. And I'm going to change my serger back to a regular serger stitch. I'm going to finish those raw edges all the way around the bottom of the skirt and all the way to the other side, because then I'll be able to hem all the way down and around the bottom of the skirt. So I'm going to do that on both sides. All right, so my two sides have been sewn with my safety stitch here. And then at the bottom of the safety stitch, I went straight down with my serger, with my sewing machine from that point down an inch. That way, when I go to sew up my hem, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sew these two edges all the way down, finish them off either with my serger stitch on my serger, my accolade, or with a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine. The sewing machine I have is a Baby Lock Jubilant, which is an amazing sewing machine, but if you are looking for a sewing machine. But anyway, so I'm going to finish off the raw edges, because what I can do is I'm going to finish all the way down and go all the way around the front of the skirt, finish that off, and then all the way up and finish that off, those raw edges. Because then once the raw edges are finished, I'm going to fold this in and top stitch it closed. And you can do 1 and 2 instead of top stitching. And actually, instead of finishing the raw edge, and actually I may do that instead, because that way you won't see the serge edge. So what you could do is you go fold 1 1/4 inch and then fold another 1/4 inch in, and then just top stitch, and that will encase the raw edge right there. So I think actually that might be what I'll do. I'll go steam it, because then that will then I won't see the serge edge on the inside of the fabric. So it's up to you. It's faster to do it with the serge edge. It takes longer to steam, fold over, and then top stitch, but it's not too bad. Now, if you wanted to, another thing that would be cool about that is you can come down here and make this a curved edge. So if you wanted your skirt to have a curved edge at the bottom and not a straight edge, you can go ahead and cut it in a curve here before you hem it. And that will give you those nice, like a nice curved skirt. And sometimes what I've done is do the curved at the front and straight at the back. So you have a nice curve in the front and straight edge on the back. It's up to you, whatever you want to do with that. In this case, I'm just going with a straight edge, and I'm just going to leave it that way. Now we're going to move on to the top of the skirt. We've got our skirt and we've got our waistband, and they're the same width, because this is the width that I can pull on and off, so that will work just fine. I'm going to insert some elastic here in the waistband, and that's what's going to bring the waistband in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my waistband in half longwise, and I'm going to mark, I can mark my halves if you want, since I have only 1 seam, or if you have 2 seams, you can do 2 seams here, but I'm just going to put the seam on the back. So I'm going to mark my front of my waistband, and then match my front and back, and mark my sides. And then I'm also going to find the half of my skirt by grabbing that waist area and folding it right sides together and finding the front and the back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to match them right sides together. And where the back is, that back seam, when I'm going to attach it here, make sure that it's not turned or anything. Just this way. I'm going to leave a gap where I'm going to insert my elastic. So I'm going to sew all the way around, leaving a gap, and then I'm going to insert my elastic through there to make my skirt come in at the waist. And y'all, I'm almost done. This is such a quick and easy sew. I'm going to go over and steam at the same time I'm sewing this on. I'm going to go ahead and steam my hem and hem the bottom. Then all I'll have to do is, once this is done, insert my elastic, and if I want to top stitch my waistband, I can do that. And then I'm going to close the hole, and that's it. That's how quick and easy this is. Like, it took no time. I'm going to start at the bottom and go all the way around. Actually, I'm going to start at the bottom and go all the way around and come right back. Here, when I get to the side seam, we're just going up and lifting our foot and turning at that slit area and going sideways to the other side, lifting our foot and then going down the other side. Now we just have to insert that elastic, close up the gap, and we are done. All right, we are almost done with this skirt. I think it's going to be great. I made it extra long. So again, however long you want it, you're going to cut it that length. If you want to add length for hemming, you can do that. And then I did add a couple inches for hemming, so I think I made it extra long. And then on the sides, however long you want those slits to be, you need to go ahead and cut from the top to where the slit's gonna start. I mean, not cut, sew to where the slit's gonna start. So I want mine like right around the knee length, the slit to start right around the knee length, but it's up to you how high or how low you want to make it. Then I want to get and grab some elastic. This is 2-inch elastic, and I cut at the width of my waist minus 2 inches. So I cut 2 inches off of it. So it's gonna sit nice and snug at my waist. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use a safety pin, and I'm going to fit it right through that gap that I left here at my skirt. I'm going to fit it through and go all the way around my waistband. All right, when we come right back up, we want to make sure that they're nice and straight, and then we're going to sew those two ends right sides together here. Well, overlapping. Let me get this pin out. Overlapping here. We're going to overlap them, zigzag stitch them together right there, and then close that gap. And then we're going to fit the band, make sure it's all nice and even all the way around. And we're done now. You can top stitch the waistband if you want by stretching and doing a top stitch and stitch. I'm going to try it on first. Sometimes it's good to top stitch it so that the elastic doesn't like twist on you, but that is preference. So I'm going to go ahead and close that up with a zigzag stitch and then close the gap, and we'll be done. So easy and quick. Then I'll go over to my serger and close this gap right here.
All right, friends, we are done with this skirt. I think it turned out so cool. Perfect self-drafted skirt. The slits look really good and everything. What do you think? Comment below and let me know. I also think it would be super cute if I just tied off one of the edges, or if I did the curved hem like I said at the front. I think that would be super cute as well. This is up to you, whatever you want to do. I think it's really cute, and it was so easy and quick to make. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and I'll see you all next time.